In this portion of the tutorial, we will apply vertical and lateral static loads to our model, consisting of dead, live, earthquake, and wind. The loads to be applied are as shown. The program will automatically calculate the UBC earthquake load and the ASCE wind load. Start by clicking on the Define Static Load Cases button. Note that there are two default load cases, dead and live. Click on Live and select Reduce Live from the Type drop-down menu. Click Modify Load to change to a reducible live load. Click in the load box and type a new name, SDead, for Superimposed Dead Load and select Super Dead for type. Click Add New Load. Repeat this action for a load named Cladding. To define the UBC 97 earthquake load, click in the load box and type EQY and select Quake for load type. Make sure the self-weight equals to 0. From the lateral load, pull down, select UBC 97 and click Add New Load. With EQY highlighted, click Modify Lateral Load and on this form, click Y direction. To define the ASCE 7-98 wind load, click in the load box and type Wind X and select Wind for load type. Click ASCE 7-98 from the lateral load menu and press Add New Load. With Wind X highlighted, click Modify Lateral Load and select the Exposure from Area Objects option and type 100 into the wind speed box and then click OK. All the load cases have now been defined. Next, we will assign the gravity loads to the model. Make sure that the plan view is active and that Similar Stories is selected. Click anywhere on the deck in between beams to select the deck. Click the Assign Shell Area Loads Uniform command and select SDead on this form. Hold down the Shift key and double-click in the load field to bring up the calculator form. Make sure that pound-feet is selected and type in 35. The program will automatically convert to kip-inch units. Again, click anywhere on the deck but not on a beam and select the Assign Shell Area Loads Uniform command. Select Live Load and enter 100 in pound-feet units. Next, set the Snap to Grid option to off and select the perimeter beam along grid line A between 1 and 2. Note that 4 lines have been selected due to the Similar Stories option. Select the other 13 perimeter beams in a similar manner. Once all the perimeter beams have been selected, click on the Assign Frame Line Loads Distributed command and choose Cladding from the load cases. Using pound-foot units, assign a value of 250 to the Uniform Load option. Make sure that the plan view is active and click on the 3D View button to display the loads that were just applied. Click Assign Menu Clear Display to remove this display, and then return this view to a plan view using the Plan View button. Now we will create a developed elevation view of the right side of the building so that a wind load may be applied to it at a later time. Start by clicking on the Draw menu, Draw Developed Elevation Definition command. Type right in the edit box for our elevation name and click Add New Name. Turn the Snap to Grid Intersections command on, and working in the left-hand view, click once at grid D1. Then moving counterclockwise, click D2, B2, B3, C3, and C4 in that order. When all the points have been clicked, press Enter to finish the drawing and press the Escape key to exit the draw mode. Next, click the Elevation View button and select Right. Click OK. The developed elevation is an unfolded view of our right elevation. It is indicated on the 3D plan by the cyan colored lines. Now return the elevation view back to a plan view by clicking on the Plan View button. Next, we will assign wind loads to two sides of the building, utilizing the developed elevation just created. Typically, positive wind pressure coefficients are applied to the vertical surface of an area object, generating load in the positive local 3-axis direction. Set the 3D view as active and click on the View menu Set Building View Options command. Set the Area Local Axes option to On. Note that the 3 or blue axes for the dummy area elements point in the positive X direction. Click the Rotate 3D View button and spin the model around to see the other side of the building. Confirm that the 3 axes for these elements are also in the positive X direction. Through the Set Building View Options command, uncheck the Area Local Axes and click OK. With the 3D view active, click on the Elevation View button and select A. Draw a selection box around the entire elevation to select all of the area elements. Click on the Assign menu, Shell Area Loads, Wind Pressure Coefficient command. Make sure that the load case is Wind X and that CP is set to 0.8 and that the windward option is checked. With the elevation view still active, click on the Elevation View button and select Right. Again, draw a selection box around this elevation and pull up the wind pressure coefficient form. This time, set CP to 0.5 and check the leeward or sides option. Click on the Clear Display of Assigns and return the elevation view to a 3D view.